roll off. Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics FOC show for 10/1/22. Hope everybody's doing well out there tonight. Little explanation of what this is. This is the Final Order Cutoff show. These are books that are up for adjustment that are 3 to 5 weeks from coming out. This is just a small sampling of books. There's dozens more, a large sampling of books. If you go to previewsworld.com, or if it's a DC title, go to lunderdistribution.com. You'll be able to see this week's FOCs, and we do ask you to get orders in by noon on Saturday. We do attach a Google Docs sheet that has a checkoff for everything that we show, and we can offer 20% off on these comic books. So the only exception to that is I think there's one trade paperback in there this week. Oh, hit the wrong button. There we go. But yeah, and then we also leave a large blank space at the bottom where you can make any special notes if you want multiple copies of something, or if something that we didn't cover, because we only show a small sampling. We tend to show number ones, possible first appearances, and great covers. But if you just need a order for, Batman 128 or something like that, that is available. We can order those as well. So without further ado, because we got a long one ahead of us, I'm going to jump right in and do this. So first off, we have American Jesus. Now, this is the third trilogy in a 3-trilogy saga.
Third volume in a 3-trilogy.
Right.
Third trilogy in a 3-trilogy.
Yes, third trilogy. It's one of 3.
Okay. But
one of 3 of 3.
I don't want to get confused. A trilogy of a trilogy.
It is, yes. Which is kind of a thing if you're used to reading fantasy novels. They always come in 3s, and then they'll stick 3 together. Anyway, so this is Mark Millar, and this is coming out, live action thing on Netflix coming soon. So this is the last volume in a trilogy of trilogies. All right, moving forward. Got some great covers here, though. There's your B cover by Tom Coker. Blank sketch. Lovesick, also from Image, another number 1. This one was interesting. This is a exclusive group of dominatrix and that kind of thing. It's like a high-end subscriber-only site, and they torture these people to death, and it is their subscribers that they're torturing, and
because the lady in charge is a
actual succubus
demon.
Yeah. And so for this crime against men, she must be hunted down and punished. So there you go. You got some pretty wild looking covers here. There's a Vecchio A cover. Vecchio B cover kind of reminds me of the Court of Owls. The mask look very similar. Another Vecchio. This is the C cover. Got a black and white version of the A. A blank sketch. A Maria Levette cover. And a Merca Andolfo. All right. On to Twig trade paperback volume 1. This is, if you've not read, it's written by Scotty Young. I think he's a better writer and artist, personal opinion. Not a popular opinion necessarily, but it's a lot of fun. It's kind of an adventure story, and the art on this book has been fantastic. I mean, everything just looks over the top cool to me. It's very, it's cartoony, but it's very well done. He's on this guy, Twig. He's on an adventure with this little guy, and they are, kind of out to save the world. But this is the first 5 or 6 issues here. This is the one example of what we can't offer 20% on.
I know a lot of you guys had a hard time finding, because it became popular. It was under ordered at the beginning.
Yep.
Caught popularity, and a lot of people couldn't go back and find issues, especially 1 and 2. So now you can collect 1 through 5 and read it all at one time.
You can jump right in. Yeah. Have it on your bookshelf. So Dead Mall. Now, this one was kind of interesting. There's a mall in a small town, I think they may say.
It just says the Penn Mills Mall.
Okay. So I'm going to guess Pennsylvania somewhere.
Leading you to believe that.
Yeah. a mall that has been shut down, and they're about to tear it down. Some local teenagers decide the last night they're going to go in there and check it out, and it is not abandoned. There's all kinds of monsters and whatnot going on. So basically, you have that classic haunted house, who can spend the whole night in the haunted house kind of story. Um, so that should be a fun one for Halloween, coming out 10/26. So that's the week of Halloween. TMNT Armageddon Game, The Alliance #1. Now, this is another mini series that is all about this Armageddon game stuff. This is introducing Karai, who is Shredder's granddaughter. So there you go. First,
she's now the leader of the Foot.
All right. So new, kind of a new era in TMNT and a new take on a classic bad guy there. The bad guy. Got a couple different covers. Black Panther. No, this is number 11, great Alex Ross A cover. This introduces a team that fights with vibranium weapons, and they come into Wakanda, and the question is where the heck they get the weapons. So there you go, leading into a new storyline. You also have a Okazaki Extreme Marvel B cover.
Yeah, it seems to be this month's thing is going to be some kind of Marvel Extreme covers.
Okay. We'll see what they're doing if they're Extreme X gaming it or something. Deadpool #1, so a new Deadpool ongoing. They've had a lot of miniseries over the last couple years, not really done an ongoing, so this is a good place to jump on if you're a Deadpool fan. Not sure who's writing this one. Alyssa Wong and artist Martin Coccolo. So there you go, a new jumping on point for Deadpool. Got a Hawthorne B cover. Of course, you got to have a Liefeld.
And that is one of those Marvel Extreme covers.
That is the Extreme cover. Feet and hands don't look too bad. David Nakayama rarely disappoints there. And a Window Shades variant. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind #1. So apparently this one ties in. There's a new ride at Disney or Epcot, and this is the tie-in, kind of leading into the story that's the background for the ride.
Yeah, because they've been doing that commercial, for weeks about the new ride where Nova Corps calls the Guardians from Epcot Center.
Okay,
you've seen that commercial on
I've
TV?
Not, but I stream, so I miss a lot. I miss out a lot
quite
of
a bit
commercials.
lately. So they've been pushing this new roller coaster ride and all that. So this is going to be the background story for the ride.
Okay, cool. Got the game cover variant. This is Midnight Suns #1 second print. Onto a whole new book there. So yeah, if you enjoyed Midnight Suns, it was a good read. So there's your second printing if you missed out on it, or if you just got to have them all. Savage Avengers #7. This is got Punisher 2099, and they are up against Ultron 2099. So there you go. They're doing the wearing out the 2099 thing again.
Yeah, the Avengers just got through time traveling, and now Savage Avengers are time traveling.
Yeah. And of course, Conan is missing. I think they took him out. They lost rights mid-book, right? Fernandez B cover. Secret Invasion. This is what I'm excited about. Of course, we got an upcoming Disney Plus show for Secret Invasion. The Skrulls are back. This is a giant size first issue. It'll be a 5-parter. So a good miniseries and probably a good primer for the show, I would imagine. I believe you got Maria Hill, you got the Skrull there, you got Nick Fury and Iron Man, so it should be a fun ride there with a Lolly A cover. Gabrielle Del Otto Super Skrull B cover. That one looks wicked. Just a cool hit. Del Otto just does great stuff. So.
And didn't he do all the variant covers on the original Secret Wars series? I believe he did.
I believe so. And if I'm not mistaken, those are the ones that had like the
The one where Spider-Woman was kissing Tony Stark and all that. The really good cover.
There was some good covers on that. Todd and Walk Headshot. Y'all know I love those. Scotty Young, of course. It's a Marvel #1. They got to throw Scotty Young in there. Tiger Division. Now, I believe this is the team that first debuted in the Black Cat Annual a while back. But these are a lot of them are newer characters. This is like Luna Snow, White Fox, Taguki, Mr. Enigma,
#2,
Lady Bright. It's a lot of the Asian characters that they've introduced in the last few years. And they're the defenders of South Korea. This is as I know, the first series named Tiger Division. So this will be their first series. So there you go. Good jumping on point if you like those characters. Great Art Germ B cover, which I believe that's Luna Snow.
Yeah, it is.
Gomez C cover. Peach Momoko D cover. Ron Lim trading card variant. Yoon. That's a different Yoon, spelled a little different. A Guardian #1. Now this one sounded kind of I don't know. I'm just going to read the little poem they give you because I don't know that I'll do it justice without reading it. But this is the solicitation. High up in the Windy Mountains, there is a tomb, and there are rumors about this tomb. Alard is the ancient guardian of the tomb of Livia. When the northern, middle, and southern kingdoms of the Great Sphere plunge into a 3-war once again, events are set in motion that will trigger the beginning of the end time, and Elward will soon find that the fate of the realm is a heavy weight to bear indeed. So there you go. It's got some major Gandalf, you shall not pass vibes on the cover. On to the Argus. Now this was interesting. This one was a time travel, and basically there's a group that is time travel police, but the group is made up of versions of the same guy from different periods in his life.
Yep, his name is Randall Patton.
And he's chasing somebody who's going around wreaking havoc in time.
They're killing all the time police.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. So they're killing all the time police, but it's another version of this guy. So there's all these versions of this guy running all over time, and one of them is trying to kill off the others. It sounded similar to the plot for the Loki television show for me,
or even possibly was it Gemini Man? Remember where he's
I don't remember
Will
that
Smith,
one.
the younger version of himself, was sent to kill the older version.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've seen. I only saw that one once, but the Loki one, yeah. So it could be a fun read, and I believe this is from Source Point Press, and they've been putting out some cool stuff. So this one could definitely be a fun romp. Got an A cover there. Okay, this is Beyond Topia Legends #1. Now this one takes all these different folklore and legends and kind of brings them together
Into an anthology set of stories.
Yeah, so it'll be a mixed bag of stories. So you'll probably get 3 to 4 stories per book. I always like that kind of stuff. Love that format. You got a great Steven Segovia A cover.
And they all are going to be deluxe format books, so notice the pricing on them.
Okay, so $12.99 books. These will be oversized books. Doesn't quite say page numbers on it, but just know it'll be a much larger book. You got a Philip Tan B cover. I really like that one. Karen Darbo. Door to Door, Night by Night. Now, this one sounded kind of cool. These people this is a group. It's Colin Bunn writing, first off. Great horror writer. And this is a story of a motley crew that goes through, and they go door to door as door-to-door salesmen fighting monsters and whatnot. Sounds pretty cool.
It's all set in the American South, so understand it'll be from that point of view, probably a little
Yep.
Little rednecky.
Yeah. Would you say it was like Redneck Stranger Things? Is what Hansel called it. So there you go, kind of paranormal threats, and you got to team up against it, and it's all in the South, so that should be fun. Kind of Brian Hurt. I thought this was a pretty creepy cover with the monster hand there with the mobile. Gatsby. This is a modern version from AWA of Gatsby. A lot of LGBTQ themes, and it's a Korean guy who's come to live with his cousin in Long Island, so they're keeping that part pretty close because I think that was the original. They were in Long Island somewhere.
I believe so.
Because they would go to the city, if I remember right. And so, yeah, modern take on The Great Gatsby. There's a Priscilla Petrites B cover. Hope I didn't slaughter that name too much. Batman Gilded City. So this was interesting. There's a threat in Gotham that goes back to the 1800s. And this book does come with a code. This is a lead into a video game.
Batman Gotham Knights.
Yeah, and it's a mysterious virus has taken over, but they find out the same virus was around in the mid 1800s, and you get a code with each book, so you'll get 6 codes. Then if you have all 6, it unlocks something else at the end, kind of like they did with
I think you get it says
Fortnite.
In the first one, you get an exclusive skin variant for the Bat Cycle.
Okay, cool.
So you'll get a different prize in each book, and then at the very end, if you collect all the codes, you'll get another one.
So there we go. A lot of fun for those gamers out there. And it sounds like a cool story. Every time they go back in time in Gotham, it's usually been pretty good. Got a B cover there. A Jim Lee C cover. On to Harley Quinn 23. Of course, they've not been disappointing with some of the covers. 22 came out today, so I take it they're going back to a monthly. They'd been weekly with all the stuff for her anniversary. So this is back to the monthly schedule. Larry cardstock B cover. It's a cool looking one there. And Punchline. Punchline is back. She's out of jail and back to wreaking havoc in Gotham.
And she's going to be along with the Royal Flush gang. And she's got a lot of enemies in Gotham that are coming after her.
So if you wondered what happened to Punchline, because they kind of tabled that character for a while.
They put her in jail.
Yeah. So she's back. Excuse me. Derek Chew cardstock cover. And a Rose Besh C cover there. That's a little better than a lot of the Rose Besh. That one's not too bad. Got kind of a neon sign look to it. Well, there you go, guys. That is what we got for you this evening. Do get those orders in by noon on Saturday. We appreciate y'all watching us. Do check out our live shows Tuesday and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern. And hope everybody has a safe week out there. And reach out if you got any questions about how this stuff works. We appreciate y'all hanging with us, and we will catch you next time. See you guys.